Good morning to everybody. I'm Felipe Renovato Ávila, and as you know, I'm the Waste Management Analyst of Daimler. 5 months ago, we started a new program, just-in-time manufacturing, which aims to decrease the waste of our car production to 7%. Many interesting strategies, change, and improvements have been implemented since then. Let's talk about them. In this table, I have organized the most important information of the program. In this, we can see the percentage of waste reduction for each week of the 5 months that the program has worked. Obviously, we have heights and lows that we will analyze later. For now, let's just focus on the average for each month, which has dropped considerably. I think that speaks well of the program, doesn't it? We start September with an average of 32% of waste in the plant. The first week of this month, we had a quality course, but the number remained steady. The second week, all the areas implement new strategies, but at the end, only 1% dropped. During weeks 3 and 4, another 1% fell, reaching 30% at the end of the month. During October, all the supervisors took training in lean manufacturing. So the strategies changed and began to work. The first week, the waste reached 27%. The next week, the number remained at 27. In the third week, numbers declined 2%. But in the fourth week, numbers kept the same. On the other hand, they fired some bad workers that weren't doing things right. The problem with the layoffs was that the first week of November we were incomplete and the new workers had not experience. So our 25% of waste climbed to 28%. The good thing was that the new staff paid more attention to details. Weeks 2, 3, and 4 were a period of stability because in each week we reduced our number by 2%, and we reached 22% of waste. In the first week of December, we had a dramatic decrease of 5%. The slope continued in week 2. The achievement was by 3%. By the end of the third week, the reduction got another 2%. And the fourth week, numbers didn't fall, but didn't climb. During the first week of January, we only declined almost nothing. And many things happened with the supervisors. They fired one of them, and another one was supervisor of the different areas at that time. In the second week, we had an enormous rise of 4%. At the very end of the second week, they chose a team leader, and later he was promoted to supervisor. That was an intelligent idea. By the end of the third week, we got back 3%. At the end of the month, we were 0.5% higher than at the beginning of the month. In other words, we achieved a 12.5% of waste. In this graph, we can see the percentage of waste reached at the end of each month. The waste experiences a steep decrease in the first 3 months. During the fourth month, we had a dramatic fall. and the last month, the waste percentage had a slight rise. Now, let's analyze what we did well and what we did wrong. Our best strategies were that all the supervisors took training in lean manufacturing in October, and that we showed to the new staff which details were important. On the other hand, we had two drastic mistakes that cost us a 7% decrease. 3% because they laid off employees the last week of October, and 4% because they fired a supervisor and assigned another one for two different areas the first week of January. In conclusion, it is evident that waste has been significantly reduced since the first month, but we have not reached our goal. I'm sure if we continue working hard, the waste will be 7% next month. We only need to drop a very small number more. Finally, our strategies to reduce periodic waste are the next. Promote a team leader to supervisor, firing employees with bad attitudes and the worst results, and assign two new team leaders to train a new staff considering the mistakes of October layoffs. That's all. Thank you for your attention.